Hello and welcome back to my social experiment. I'm the piano encourager. I'm learning to play this keyboard here, and I'm hoping that through my learning journey, I can encourage you to embark on your learning journey as well. Remember, it's never too late to start, and I'm rooting for you. What do I normally do? If you've been on my channel before, I normally start by playing a tune that I've just learned recently. If you know, I go attend music lessons every week. Once a week, I've got a music teacher, and I try and practice, try and play to you what I've learned over the last week or so you can see the progress I'm making. And this one's called Ragtime Baby. Let's see how this goes. So find my middle C. So I've got my anchor. And let's go. I'm really looking forward to the day I can play that in one piece without having so many takes before I show you the final cut. But I am in work in progress, and I keep on going at this. So that was called Ragtime Baby. Um, as I said, it's never too late to start, and I want to know what's stopping you. That's the question I want to ask today. Just to do some sort of diagnosis of what's stopping us. And then obviously when you diagnose something, then you can put in a plan of of a solution of how to tackle that. And I'm just going to use myself as an example here. I'm going to talk about the the reasons I thought I couldn't embark on trying to learn to play the piano, and see if those resonate with you. So the number one reason I gave for not embarking on this journey was I didn't have enough time. I just didn't have enough time. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a son, I'm an uncle, I'm a colleague, and I just didn't have enough time. The second excuse I gave was just too tired. I haven't got the energy. I'm just exhausted all the time. I haven't got the energy to do this. The third one, which is probably the main one, really, one of the main ones, was I just couldn't be bothered. I just could not be bothered. I said it as I want to learn how to play the piano, but I wasn't motivated enough. I wasn't in what you might call the right frame of mind. I said to myself, I wasn't in the right frame of mind to do this. I just couldn't be bothered. So those are my reasons. Those are my three main reasons for not doing this sooner. The talking was good, but I just didn't embark on it. And what has been the turnaround for me? What's made a difference now? Why is it now that I'm finally doing it, as opposed to when I've said it over these so many years, I didn't do anything? And I've got two words for you. Discipline and consequence. Discipline, consequence. Let me explain myself to you using an example. Discipline, I find, is the way I explain it to an extent is doing things that you just have to do. There are no ifs, no buts about it. You just have to do them. Give you an example. My daughter, she's 14. 14. Monday to Friday, she knows she has to go to school. She sets the alarm to wake up at a particular time. She knows she has to brush her teeth, get ready. She has to put on her uniform. She has to have breakfast. And I think she needs to be at school for 8:30 in the morning. She needs to leave home at a particular time so that she can be at school at 8:30 for registration, or play with her friends before that, then have registration. So there are no if or buts about it. She has to go to school. She has to leave home at a particular time to go to school. No if or buts about it. So she's developed that discipline of knowing what time to wake up, what she has to do, what chores she has to do before she leaves home. She always has to empty the dishwasher before she leaves home, and then have a breakfast and leave home at a particular time to get to school for 8:30. So she's developed that discipline. There might have been a time, and there was a time when she was younger, and we as parents had to wake her up, help her get ready for school and all of that. But now she's acquired that discipline, and she's self-sufficient in that respect. Another thing which relate to a lot of us is work. We all do work in the conventional sense, 9 to 5. We all have our jobs, right? 9 to 5 jobs. More often than not, we have to be at our desk for 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. So the same thing with us. We need to wake up at a certain time, get ourselves ready, and be at our desk for 9 o'clock, 9:30. There's no ifs or buts about it. It's just something that we have to do. And that's what I mean. We've then acquired that discipline to know that this is what we have to do. And we don't even think about it. We just do it. No ifs or buts about it. And that's what I mean about having the discipline to do what you need to do. And in some shape or form, I think embarking on whatever learning you need to do, you need to form that discipline. I kind of equate it to a routine as well. So things that you just have to do, things that you just do. You don't think about it, whether you like it or not, you just do it. And I said the other word was consequence. And it's thinking about the consequences of not doing what we're supposed to do. So the consequence for not going to school for my daughter, or not waking up on time to leave home at a particular time to get to school for 8:30, is that she'll be late. But also, she misses out on studying, on learning. You do learn. That's the whole point of going to school. And that's the consequence of not being at school. Same thing with us. For those of us that have 9 to 5 conventional jobs, if we do not work, we do not get paid. Simple. That is a major consequence of not doing what we're supposed to do. So, and those consequences are immediate. I don't own any pets. I don't have a dog. But for those of you that own dogs, the consequence of not taking your dog out for a walk in the morning or in the evening is having an unhealthy dog. Dogs need their walks. They need to go out every day. Come rain, come shine, they need to go out. So you as a dog owner, you have to be disciplined enough and have that routine to take them out. So that's what I mean about consequence and discipline. There's no consequence to me not learning how to play the piano. Immediate consequence. But you have to find the consequence. You have to find a reason why it becomes important. And for me, it's the emotion. I want to be able to play the piano so I can just knock out a few tunes. I like music. It makes me happy. And that's for me. The consequence of being able to play the piano is that it makes me happy. I said to you, my daughter likes to sing. I'm hoping that as I get better at this, I can be playing the piano and she can be singing, and we can have jamming sessions. And if later on in life I'm blessed with grandchildren, I'm hoping that there'll be days where I can sit down with my grandchildren when they're younger. I play the piano and they sing. I might even be competent enough to be able to teach them how to play the piano. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm really saying to you, find that discipline. You have to find that discipline, and you have to find the consequences. The consequences of not what will happen if you do not do it. If maybe you want to learn a language, I want to learn French, for instance, there might not be any consequence if you go to a French-speaking country and you go traveling. But if you've learned the language, you can converse with them, with the locals. It makes it a more enriching experience, you know, and that's the consequence. So let's do this. Let's be disciplined about it. I'm not saying that it's easy, and I'm not saying that life doesn't get in the way. But I think that if we find enough within us, we can do this. So make the time. Make the time. In terms of time, you need to schedule your priorities. And what I mean by that is that whatever priorities you have to do this X, Y, Z. Schedule them. Schedule them and include what it is that you want to learn as part of that priority, and schedule that in. The other thing that I want to say is we're now in the advent of social media. You know, I'm guilty of it as well. Constantly flicking through my devices on YouTube, on Twitter, on whatever it is. We do that all the time. So we can, if we wanted to, we can find the time. We just have to find enough reason why we want to do it. And that's down to you and me to find that reason why we want to do it. I am not a morning person. So in terms of finding that discipline, in terms of creating a routine, when I practice the keyboard, I tend to do that in the evening. So my daughter, around about 9 o'clock, she goes to bed in the evening. Then that's the time I say, okay, I can now sit down and practice for about half an hour, or for how long. Some people, they're morning people. They'll rather wake up in the morning and do this. But that's not really my bag. That's not my style. So whatever works for you, try and find the discipline. Try and create a disciplined routine, and find a consequence for why you have to do it. What is the fallout if you don't do it? And try and make that consequence the center front of why you're doing this. So I'm hoping through this little pep talk, I've given you one or two things to think about, and hopefully it encourages you. You know, even if I've encouraged one person to embark on that journey, then my job is done. So until next time, be kind to yourself and be encouraged.